Man, nature's beautiful. Look at that. Look at my neighbors. Can you see my neighbors are up there? You see they made stairs. I don't know if you can see the stairs that go up there. Yeah, see that? And they sit right down here, and they try to catch me and Grace doing the thing, you know, trying to. Yeah, they do. I did you guys a favor, and I skipped the drive. I skipped dinner, and we're gonna run really well tonight because this is the car, and that's the door. I mean, how amazing is that? Wish us luck. Thank you for the good luck. All right, the screen said we're playing 2-3 no limit hold'em, and that's true except for in this hand we're just doing an Omaha flip. I'm not going to talk about my strategy in this Omaha flip because honestly there is none. You just flip cards over whoever wins. There's only skill involved if I win. But I want to talk about what this vlog was supposed to be called. Like, I don't want to sound racist because that's obviously not anybody's goal. But I thought that there was a famous, or at least well-known, saying called the chink in the ice, or I thought that's what it was called, maybe the chip of the ice, something like that. But basically, you have like a really strong whiskey glass, right? Like one of those with a firm base that feels good in your hand. And if you drop an ice cube in there for your whiskey, and it from too high, it'll chip or chink. Maybe that's not the right word, and I should stop saying it. I mean, my wife is Asian, so I can say it. But if you do that, the drink will get watered down. You know what I'm saying? And then it won't taste very good. So, and that's sort of the philosophy here in this vlog. So I'm gonna play a hand very early on after I get moved to the main game right now, where I get dealt not a premium hand, and a hand that I play honestly about this hand here about as bad as you can. And so I play this hand badly, and that was my chip of my ice. I'm the ice in this scenario, and this is the chip. And I play this hand badly, and for the rest of the vlog, I'm just melting. I'm just melting. So you'll understand as we move forward in the vlog. So I have the King 4 of Spades. Look at this board. Don't do it. Okay, I did it. So I made it $60 as a C bet to try to take it down. You know, paired boards are usually pretty good to go after. But the problem is when you get, check raise, which is exactly what happens here in the most string version of a raise possible. He makes it 120, which is a min raise, and you look like a chump when you fold the min raises. So maybe I can turn some equity on the turn, honestly, and see what happens. And I do. It comes to 6 of spades. Now, what I should do here when he checks is I should check behind. Probably not going to do that since this hand made the vlog, right? I don't. I go all in, and he, of course, beats me into the pot. And the third 8 hits the river, and he has 4 of them. And that's better than King High. So this hand was my chip, and now it's time to rebuy. So we take a little bit of a break from melting as I play this pot here, but only because of the result. If you see the hand that I'm opening with and playing aggressively, you'll probably say, no, Adam, you're still melting. Just things worked out for you. And you know what? That honestly could be. So I have King 10 offsuit facing a button, straddle, and call. I raised $25. Actually, I don't think that's terrible. I know I said that maybe it was kind of not great, but I actually don't think it's bad. So I make it 25, and the guy with the ugly hand next to me makes the call. And then the button calls. And I'm sure the small blind... No, he actually folds. Okay, so we're going to go to the board, the flop, 3-handed, and I flop, like, what, third nut flush draw and King High and straight draw. It's just nothing. I mean, not nothing, but honestly nothing. So I bet $25 because, I hate money, and the cutoff makes the call, and I'm sure the button and that ugly face will call too, of course. And so now we're going to the turn card 3-way. So I'm really going to need a little bit of help here because I'm probably not winning again with King High. Turn card is the 8, which gives me an up and down straight draw, so things are improving. I still don't have anything because I don't get dealt anything, but things are improving, and I see no reason why not to wager at this again and try to take it down with a king high. If they fold any pair, that's a win for me. So I bet 60, and it actually is going to get through the cutoff, and it's going to be down to just me and the button, and the button is an ornery person. Her name is Grace, and she probably doesn't have anything because she also, like me, never gets dealt anything. So luckily she folds, and king high is good, and now we move on to another hand. And here is that aforementioned hand, where we start off with a middle position limp, which is sort of common in these lower stakes games. Well, as if I play like these super high stakes games. I just mean at the lower stakes, the 1-2, the 2-5, there are a lot of limps, and myself included, and I did that here. After I limp the big blind checks, we go 4 ways to a flop, and I don't have a very good hand, which is obviously a common theme in today's vlog. Comes ace-9-4. That is top pair. No one showed any strength, so let's fire out a bet. 75%, meticulously calculated by me, of course. And do I think it's going to get through? Probably not, but I can get value from weaker aces. There's a few of those out there. Maybe second pair nines, and that's kind of it. But everybody calls, so someone's got to be lying, because they can't all just have something. Turn card comes, what was that, another 4, gives me 2 pair, but not like really 2 pair, not like, oh, I have 2 pair, I have just the bottom card pair, but it's technically still 2 pair. I bet 25 this time, just trying to get value from the same kind of hands, and I get like raised immediately by this guy who was like Rob Salabour on crack. He just threw out, he played so fast, and he made it 55 here. You look like a chump when you fold to like these minuscule, almost double your bet size bet raises. There's a name for that. It's not coming to me right now. River card's a nothingness, and he fires out again super fast. And always protect your hand, guys, because when he's playing with his cards all goofy over there, where he's like switching from one hand to the other, I caught a glimpse of a 4. Min raise. That was the word I was looking for back a second ago. And I caught a glance of a 4, and so I can easily throw my hand away, and he lost a little bit of value, because the way I was playing today probably would have paid him off. Okay, next hand we have a $6 button straddle. Remember that theory I talked about earlier about dropping the ice cube in the glass and it breaks? You know, the ice cube breaks and melts, and then your drink doesn't taste any good? Well, my drink isn't going to taste very good here coming up, and this hand has a lot to do with it. So I make it $33. Not even just like open to 33. I don't just 10x things for fun. There was a straddle and a call. And you get a little bit of resistance down there from the dude in the blue shirt. And anytime someone wears a blue shirt, you know they're going to give you resistance. He makes the call, and then somebody else folds, and the small blind, I think he calls too. I think we're going to go, 3 ways to the flippity flop. And I'm hoping, you know, as people do with kings, they intrinsically, is that the right word? Say no ace on the flop? I'm not sure if that's the right word. The flop, like all Tyler Perry movies, is all black, 5, deuce, 4, which is, I mean, there's no ace. It's still not great, though. It's pretty connected, and there's clubs out there. But luckily, I have the king of clubs, so I have the blocker. As you guys know, we talk about blockers on this channel. I bet $75, and both players immediately fold. Like, they couldn't have folded any faster. They folded faster than laundry. I need you guys to understand, I'm getting pretty annoyed at this point. I know it's harder for you to see that since you're at home watching your favorite vlogger, you know, but I'm getting super annoyed in this game because I won that huge hand, you know, that flip to start the game, and I lost it all back in the very next hand, and then I started to pick up these cards. I'm getting some decent hands, and I'm not winning any of my money back. Should that be annoying? No. But it is. Here I come along with bottom pair because surely bottom pair is good on a 3-heart king queen high board. No, of course it's not. I check, he bets the size of the pot. I'm forced to fold, and it seems like a minor pot, but I'm telling you, I'm boiling. Here I'm dealt 20% of a royal flush, so mandatory raise. I make it 15. This hand plays well post-flop. As long as you're the pre-flop raiser, you don't want to be calling 3, 4, and 5 bets with a hand like this, but That's not the situation we had, so I made it 15, half the table called, and we get a decent, if you're not going to make a pair, this is a decent flop. Comes 7-5 deuce, 2 diamonds. Small blind checks, and the big blind donks. He makes a donk bet. A donk bet, for you guys who don't know, is when you go out of betting rhythm, or flow, some people call it, and place a bet into the pre-flop raiser. And so he bets 30, I call 30, we get some folds behind, and we go to a turn card, which I'm hoping is a diamond, and it's not. It's a 5. Pairs the boards. Not have a pair. Not in the way. Not in the. I have a pair, but the board pairs. So I have king high. So really nothing. So it goes check check, and then the river card is a 10 of diamonds, and he checks immediately. So I'm just gonna have to throw out just like a teeny tiny bet, just trying to get value out of just small hands like a 7. I fire out 30, and 30 is not very much. He snap calls that, and here is where it gets annoying. Is he has a flush and lost $60. And if you thought I was boiling before, I am hotter than a hornet now. Under the gun, looking at ace queen, big chick, double suited. I make it $15. The entire table folds for once, so this is fantastic. The big blind makes the call, so we'll go heads up to a flop. I'm in position. All things are looking swell. Comes ace, 9, deuce, a big blind checks, and sometimes in situations on these super dry boards, it's good to check an ace behind for deception, and that's what I do. Turn cards of queen. Now things are looking fantastic. I've top 2 pair, but the only problem is the big blind doesn't seem to have anything. So I bet $15, honestly thinking I'm just probably going to take it down right here. But I got to charge him something. I got to start building a pot. I have a very good hand. Well, build the pot we shall. He makes it 60 now. So I have a couple options. I can just call, go to a river, but there's 2 hearts out there. There's an ace and a queen, so there are and a 9, so there are different kind of straight draws. So we want to force him to put in money, hopefully with a hand that's strong, but just a little bit weaker than ours. So I make it $200. And he makes it a little bit more, guys. He puts in a raise to $747. Now, when somebody does something like that, they probably have a really good hand, especially at these stakes. But what's really funny about this is if you remember back to the flop, there was $30 going into this turn card. And now the pot is $979, and I'm about to, think about putting in 574 more. And I do. I make the call, there's 1,500 out there, and we have the same hand. This was my chance to get all of my money back, and we chop it. And what's the saying? Chopping a pot's like kissing your sister? Well, when you're in the mood I'm in, it's like kissing your ugly-ass sister. Man, did I punt last night? Believe it or not, I played a hand mooey mall. And I get dealt the ace 10 of diamonds. A good player, he decides to raise. And he makes it $15 from like the hijack. And I call from the button with the ace 10 of diamonds. And then Dennis, a guy I know that you don't know, he makes it $70 to go from one of the blinds. Well, he was right next to me, so he had to be in the small blind. And it folds around back to the good player who calls the 70. That's not enough money. Somebody else called 72. I think they got it on my right. Because there's $210 in there, and I got 15 in. I got it into my head, well, if I just shoved my 577 here, I'm just going to win this $210. So I just go all in for $577, and Dennis makes the call because Dennis knows, as he should, that I don't really ever have anything called, but then the good player called. When he called, I knew I was T-O-A-S-T toast, and I was. He had pocket kings. I had ace 10, and I don't know what Dennis had because I beat Dennis. But that's how it ended. I put in 577 with ace 10 3 ways because that's smart, and lost. In for $1,500, out for $0. That's a loss of $1,500. It happens. Not ideal. If you like these videos, if you like seeing my brains beat in, if you like seeing me play like a tard, then hit subscribe, hit like, hit comment, all that good stuff. And you can see me do it all over again next week.
Okay.
Over and out.